Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to CS Digital Classes. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about one of the important problem from the cosets. So first of all, see the problem. Find all the cosets of the subgroup 4 into Z of capital Z, where Z is the group of integers. You know very well, so how to find the cosets in the group of integers. So you need to remember that group of integers is always satisfies the group condition under addition. Okay, so whenever you take pair of z comma plus, okay, z is a in place of capital G. Okay, so basically we can say that g comma star is a group where capital G is a set of numbers, natural numbers, real numbers, integers, whatever you can take in place of capital G. In place of star, you can take the binary operations, addition, multiplication. Here, in place of capital G, we are taking the group of integers. In place of binary operation, we are taking addition. Whenever we are talking about the group of integers, you need to blindly remember that the operation is addition. Okay. So now we have to find out the cosets. Okay. He is not mentioned the left coset, right coset. He is just asking that cosets. That means we have to find out the left cosets and right cosets of the subgroup 4 into Z. Okay, 4 into Z means that the total integers generated by 4. Okay, the set of integers generated by 4. Okay, so that group is called 4 into Z. So of capital Z. So now you can see the solution. Let capital G be the additive group of integers. Okay, so then you can take capital G is equal to Z. I am taking here capital G, group of integers is equal to, I am taking capital Z. It is a group under addition. Okay, so I am taking capital G is equal to Z is equal to minus 4, minus 3 up to so on plus 4. Okay, plus 4 up to so on plus infinity. So in this group, you can take equation number 1 also. In this equation number 1, if you observe carefully, identity element is also there with respect to addition. What is identity element? 0. Okay, and with respect to multiplication, what is identity element? 1. With respect to addition, 0, and with respect to multiplication, 1 is the identity element, and that identity element is unique in every group. So and here minus a is the inverse element of small a belongs to Z. If you take any element from this equation number 1, definitely each and every element have one inverse. If you take 1, minus 1 is there, 2, minus 2 is there. Okay, so with respect to addition, minus a is the inverse, addition inverse of small a. Okay, so therefore Z satisfies the commutative property under addition. What is the commutative property with respect to addition? A plus b is equal to b plus a whenever a comma b belongs to any two elements in capital Z. The same commutative property we can define with respect to multiplication as a into b is equal to b into a. With respect to multiplication, a into b is equal to b into a. But with respect to addition, in the group of integers, we are writing it is a plus b is equal to b plus a. You can take any two elements. Okay, I am taking a is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 3. Okay, 2 plus of minus 3 means 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 3 plus 2. 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Minus 3 plus is equal to minus 1. LHS is equal to RHS. In this format, you can take any two elements from equation number 1. A plus b is equal to b plus a. So therefore, identity element 0 existing, inverse element minus 1 existing, and commutative property satisfied. So therefore all the group properties along with the commutative property satisfied by capital Z. That is equation number 1. So clearly Z is an abelian group under addition. Okay, so this is given group of integers. Now why we have to discuss about this much of means, so we have to find out the cosets. Whenever we have to find out the cosets, okay, so when you will get the given group is abelian, then the total number of the left cosets is equal to total number of the right cosets. Okay, in the previous lecture only I clearly mentioned you the total number of the left cosets is called index. Okay, that index is taken by the total number of the left cosets is called index, or total number of the right cosets is called index. That index, the word is index, and mathematically it is denoted as mod of G is to H. Okay, that means the total number of the cosets in capital H in a group capital G. Okay, this mod represents the total number. The total number is called index, whatever it may be, left coset or right coset. Same in the previous lecture we discussed the Lagrange's theorem. Same Lagrange's theorem also we have possibilities to ask in this format. Mod g to h is equal to mod g by mod h. Okay, so this is the another form of the Lagrange's theorem. In this format also they will ask. We have the chances to get the question in this format also. The same questions will have the same proof only. Now after proving that capital Z is an abelian, so now capital H be the subset of Z. Capital H be the subset. What is the capital H here? Subset. Subset of Z means given from the statement we have 4 into Z is the subset. Okay, so therefore capital H I am taking as generated by 4. Okay, cyclic group generated by 4, that is equal to 4 into Z. From the statement only I am taking. Randomly, oftenly we can take capital H is a subgroup. That subgroup from the statement we have 4 into Z. So therefore I am taking that 4 into Z in the form of capital H is equal to with integers you have to multiply 4. Okay, multiply equation 1 with 4. Okay, so then you will get equation 1 ni మీరు 4 తో multiply చేసుకుంటే 4 into 4 minus 16, 4 into 3 minus 12, 4 into 2 minus 8, 4 into 1 minus 4 up to so on 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. Again you will get 4 into Z only. That means indirectly the group of integers we are multiply with 4 only. This is a type of group. There is no all integers are representing in that group. There is only multipliers of 4 only represent in that group. Multipliers of 4 only represent in that group only. The rest of the elements does not exist in that group. Clearly, capital H is a subgroup. Why? Because Z is a group containing all types of elements. But in this equation number 2, we have only elements with 4 multipliers only. So therefore, capital H is equal to 4 into Z is less than or equal to Z means is a subgroup. Less than or equal to Z is the subgroup symbol, is a subgroup. So since Z is abelian, we already proved. So that left cosets, okay, total number of left cosets of the given H is equal to total number of the right cosets. So then no partiality, okay, to find the left cosets, to find the right cosets. So we have to find out the only cosets. Why? Because the total number of the left cosets is equal to total number of the right cosets. So therefore, cosets of capital H in capital Z is in the form of A plus H. Okay. Actually, what is the definition? A into H is equal to A into small h. Whenever small h belongs to Z. This is the coset definition. But what we are writing? A plus H. Why? Because here group is given by group of integers. We are proving with respect to addition. That's why we are writing A plus H. Okay. If they give a multiplication group, you can go to A into H. Then you can write small a into H is the property. So therefore, now where small a belongs to integers only. So now for a is equal to 0, you can write a plus h is equal to 0 plus h. In place of a, you have to substitute 0. 0 ni capital H తో మీరు యాడ్ చేశారు అనుకోండి, again you will get that equation number 2 only. Next, in place of a, if you substitute the next integer, a is equal to 1 plus h. Okay, 1 plus h is the left coset. So therefore 1 plus h is equal to 1 ని మీరు క్యాపిటల్ హెచ్ కి యాడ్ చేస్తే, దట్ ఈస్ 1 ని ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 కి యాడ్ చేస్తే ఈ ఫార్మాట్ లో మీకు సెట్ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఇదే కదా ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 1 మైనస్ 16 మైనస్ 12, దీనికి 1 యాడ్ చేయండి, 1 మైనస్ 16, 1 మైనస్ 12, 1 మైనస్ 8, 1 మైనస్ 16 అంటే మీకు 15 వస్తుంది, 1 మైనస్ 12 అంటే మీకు 11 మైనస్ 11 వస్తుంది. ఈ ఫార్మాట్ లో యూ విల్ గెట్ దట్ సెట్, ఓకే, విత్ యాడింగ్ 1. నెక్స్ట్ a is equal to 2 కి యూ విల్ గెట్ ఏ సెట్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఫార్మాట్. You have to just add 2 for the set equation number 2. For a is equal to 3, for a is equal to 4, you will get in this format. For a is equal to 5 and a is equal to 6, you will get the remaining sets in this format. Okay, it is not mandatory to do the addition process up to 6. Okay, you have to do after finite number of steps, and after doing each and every finite set, you have to observe is there any repetition. Okay, first we did 0 plus h. Okay, first we did 0 plus h. After doing 0 plus h, same set again we are getting it to 4 plus h. You can observe carefully. 0 plus h starting with minus 6. Okay, next element minus 12. Next 4 plus h also minus 16 is there. Minus 12, minus 8, minus 4, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, repetition occurs. Whenever the repetition process starts, you have to terminate the process there only. Next, you can compare 1 plus h. 1 plus h will repeats to 5 plus h. Why? Because the difference between 1 and 5 is 4. That is 4 into Z is the given subgroup. That means you need to observe. Next to A2 plus H, it gives the 6 plus H. Those are the similar. If you observe carefully, after getting those tests, here we can observe that 0 plus H, the left coset with respect to addition is equal to 4 plus H. Those two sets are equal. Again, if you proceed in this format, you will get 8 plus H also. Okay, 8 plus H also equal to 0 plus H. Next set 1 plus H, it is equal to 5 plus H, that is equal to 4 plus H. The common difference between them is 4, 4, 4, 4. Why? Because the set is multiplied by 4 only, you will get the common difference 4 only. So next to 2 plus H 6, 6 plus 4 10, 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 4 11. In this format, you will get the same number of set. After getting finite number of set, okay, you can observe here only 0 plus H, 1 plus H, 2 plus H, 3 plus H are the only distinct sets. After 3 plus H, you will get 4 plus H. From 4 plus H, again you will get 0 plus H values only. So then you have to ignore them. Only 0 plus H, 1 plus H, 2 plus H, 3 plus H are the disjoint sets. In that set only you will have the different elements. From 4 plus H, again you will get the same numbers and repetition occurs. So therefore you need to stop the process there only. With this, clearly we can observe that in the previous lecture also we discussed that the 10th property of the cosets, whenever you take A1H and A2H and A3H are the different cosets of a subgroup, then their union, A1 union H, A2 union H up to so on, you will get capital G only, given group only, okay, capital G only. So therefore, here also, if you observe carefully, if you take the union of those steps, okay, so union of 0 plus H, 1 plus H, 2 plus H, 3 plus H, again you will get the group of integers only. You can also cross check. Minus 16, minus 15, minus 14, minus 13. Those are the consecutive numbers. Next, minus 2. After minus 13, minus 12, minus 11, minus 10, minus 9. After minus 9, you will have minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5. After minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. After minus 1, you will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In this format, you will exist all the elements which represent in the main group, not a subgroup, main group. So therefore, by clubbing them, you will get the main group only. So therefore, these 4 are the disjoint cosets of 4 into Z. So therefore, by clubbing them or by taking union of them, you will get the same set only. So therefore, 0 plus H, 1 plus H, 2 plus H, 3 plus H are the 4 disjoint cosets. You can take left cosets. Same 0, you can add right side. H plus 0 gives the right coset. H plus 1 gives the right coset. H plus 2 gives the another right coset. H plus 3 gives the another right coset. Whatever the representation you write left side or right side, the set will be same. That's why only we are just taking left cosets only. Okay, you have to imagine the right cosets also same. Why? Because capital G is abelian. In the abelian, clearly in the starting only we clearly proved that A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is the commutative property. Okay, so therefore this is the solution of this theorem. In this format, if you get any question regarding from the cosets to find the number of cosines or to find the left cosets, to find the right cosets, you have to do in this process only with respect to addition group. Whenever you have the multiplication group, you have to do with respect to multiplication. Same process only. After finite number of elements, if you substitute A is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, repetition will definitely takes place. So there you have to terminate the process. Okay, I hope you understood this problem very well. In the next lecture, we are coming with another new topic. Okay, make a perfect practice, prepare well. So this is K. Veeresh signing from SIA Publications. Okay, so until bye, thank you.